Investors, are we at the calm before the storm? So today, macro market 7 May 2025. So today we have received yet another sum of other profit signals. Today it was at around 94%. Right now we have trend up again to about 96%. But if we will look at the market, particularly over the last 1 week, there's actually not much significant movement, which is actually relatively good if you are particularly an option seller, because you just sell options and just aspire worthless. I guess this is a pretty good time for us as option seller. But for the all of us, right, it's also worth noting that it's good to manage our impatience. Just be aware that we might be impatient, and knowing these potential emotions coming from us, it can allow us to avoid taking much more risk because of the fear, or maybe panic, then eventually panic sell because of the fear. And it's also worth noting that actually 1 month ago, on the 7th of April 2025, we were at superb extreme fear. Like we don't see this any often. Even last year, Japanese yen carry trade, it was down until about 17, and market started to rebound up, right? On 1 month ago, we reached this particular area, like this bottom. There are some studies and some statistics that shows that even though market seems fearful, but retail traders and investors went back into the market pretty fast. And because of this, right, hypothesis is that they might actually leg down to force all the weak hands and for the institution to bring it up. So about that, but let's see how. So personal plan is still the same. Existing shares, instead of selling all of them all at once under one level, I'm going to reallocate them evenly and sell as the usual wheel strategy. For the remaining unproductive shares, I'm going to sell at profitable 10 delta, which is under my kangaroo strategy. Existing cash, I'm going to sell or roll long and short evergreen wheel strategy. So I guess eventually what am I trying to create in this whole season is to have less or no directional bias, less or no free and greed as well, get more systematic and just my life. Particularly also right now, I'm also creating a new program, what I call the Elites program. It's something that I wanted to do over the past 7 years. The market is going nowhere, then I guess it's a pretty good time for me to build something that I've been holding on. So a very quick market overview, right? Not also again like much things to talk about, but more and more companies, they are suspending their earning forecast because the tariff is written, and also this billionaire Paul predicts that market may hit a new low. But of course, like even though this person is billionaire, just his word at a piece of salt, because he might just create fear so that people can sell their stocks at cheap to him, and eventually he can make some earnings out of it. And also being a hedge fund person, he makes a lot of money from the fees and not by the profits, I suppose. Right, some development for the US-China trade talk is that over these probably next 2 days, which is over next weekend, this coming weekend, US and China is scheduled to meet at this area. I think it's around Switzerland. We're going to meet there. Hopefully there's some de-escalation, but I just only feel that it may not be so straightforward, because China wants US to drop all the tariff first, come to a table with mutual respect and understanding, and talk about certain things. And on the other hand, like this probably wouldn't back off as well. We're not just with something logical, we're dealing with emotion, we're dealing with ego and national pride and all. So I personally just don't think that this is so forward, but we shall continue to see how. So once again, to wrap things up, right? If the market continues to stall sideways, then this is possibly a very good time for option sellers to just continuously sell options and accumulate all the premiums, lower our break-even point, and even get ourselves into the profitable zone as well. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.